What's going on, everyone? Juice Bags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. This map is such a crazy display of how powerful Nether Archers are. We're going to bust this one out with Nether Archers today. We are on the Chaos 10 Coral Reef town. Now, I like to get those extra bounces in, so I am using Mass Destruction, and Ghost Arrows with anti-melee, anti-chaos, and defense rate. The bounce on the arrow makes it so that it doesn't collide right with shields of enemies. And with that in mind, it does not require Piercer Servo. It just goes through those by default. Let's go ahead and build it out and see what we can do. I'm going to bring along my trusty werewolves, and we're going to do this one kind of turtle style. Very similar to the railgun build, except we're going to be using Nether Archers. Now, the Nether Archers, of course, don't have near as much range as the railguns, but the bounces get pretty crazy on this map. I was playing around with them earlier, and I had an archer shoot into this lane. The projectile bounced all the way up here to an enemy where I could see it on the bridge, and then all the way back over to here to another enemy. And that was just incredibly cool to look at. So I'm hoping we get a bit more of that here on this run. Let's check it out, though. Slapping down all our werewolves, and then we're going to go with that little safety reflect beam on the core there for any hex throwers that get uppity. We'll go something like that, and then we're just going to spam it out. We're going to basically use the exact same setup as the as with the railgun. So with that in mind, I do want an all-for-one boost aura, as we're only going to be using one of them. We got an all-for-one in here somewhere? Maybe? Here we go. All right, so all-for-one boost aura, and then all of the Nether Archers. Now, where do we want to go? We can build them up here, and it helps get into this area sooner, but if we build it over here, it gets a little better line of sight into that lane, and then hits those enemies up front as well. But let's check the ranges when we try building it right over here on this side. It doesn't look like it's going to be too bad, because remember, we are going to have diffusion and range pylon on there as well. So we're going to go 4 archers pointed this way, and then we'll go 5 pointed out this way. 2, I think we'll fit 5. Yeah, it looks like we will. 3, 4, and a 5. Now, the only thing that would make this a little better is if it could reach up onto the top of there, but it's not going to reach up there. However, we are going to give them a range pylon. Maybe. There we go. We're going to give them diffusion. And then we're going to give them just that regular old all-for-one boost aura. Now, once we get all of the, all of those buffs applied and take a look at our ranges, it's getting out there pretty good. So, not too shabby. Let's just go ahead and let it fly and see how it goes here. I'm going to give 1 upgrade on each of these wolves and just let them tank it out. And then we'll just spam them in over here. All right, let's let it go here. Like I said, you get to see some crazy bounces. And, one of the things that are so powerful about the Nether Archers are their ability to extend their own range and just bounce around all over the place. Just makes for some crazy, crazy bounces. We're going to need to get a few more mobs on the map before we can really appreciate it, though. Let's see what bounces up this way. There was 1 arrow already. Not enough enemies present quite yet. There was another arrow, it looked like, or that may have been my pet. I want to see some bounces going up the lane. They're starting to come up the lane a little bit. Oh, we did get 1. There's an arrow. So these arrows are going all the way around the corner and up the lane to a point where we could see them. So, I mean, that's just crazy, crazy good. Oh, look at them coming all the way back down here. And went all the way back down almost into the spawn. So, just a tremendous amount of value out of those bounces from the Nether Archers. Just so good. And just beast modes it through this map. As we get upgrades in, of course, Nether Archers being an expensive defense don't have the greatest upgrade value in the world, but getting some upgrades in, and oh man. Now, if we would have we got 20 DU left over right now. We could save 90 DU by using cheaper walls, going with like target dummies. 90 DU would actually give, what is it? Or that's 110 total. So that would give us 2 more Nether Archers if we wanted to do that. We'd still have 10 left over. I think just this setup is just going to wreck it, though. I mean, you could always use, since you're going to have the mercenary out building your Nether Archers, you could always use mercenary walls as well. That would save 60 D over what we've got going now, plus the 20 left over. That's 80. So, you know, sky's the limit on what you add in. Do we really need this reflect beam? I think this is a good safety item. So I think I'll always want to put that reflect beam there. But, man, these things are just incredibly good. Now, of course, you can still go in different groupings. You know, put a set over here, put a set up there, spawn camping. And then, you know, this would be a perfect defense to put back here. For that backdoor action with the bounce, as you don't have to worry about any enemies that make it around the curve, as long as there's more enemies coming, of course. They're just going to get wrecked. So, very exciting stuff. The Nether Archer, I mean, it's always been good. It's quite a few people's normal go-to grinder defense that they use every day. But it really just shines on this map. I mean, those shots just get all over the place. You see, Captain is already taking some shots, and he's just barely... Oh, he's got a chieftain with him, it looks like. Captain in, the chieftain down. Yeah, it just gets around. It gets around, that is for sure. Let's pop on forward to wave number 5 and check it out in action there. All right, and here we go in wave number 5. Do we have all of them full up? No, we're not going to have them all full up, but we've got the majority of them fully upgraded. And this just has done incredibly well. So for wave 5 here, let's give it the full-on AFK test and see if it will run. Now, this, of course, is with full ups. Or mostly full ups. I still got a few stragglers in there that are not upgraded all the way, but the majority of them are. And it just absolutely beasts it out. Just completely shreds. I had a cannon ogre last wave, and the cannon ogre took a minute because he was at this lane and was staying at a kind of a wonky angle up there. And was at the very end of the pack, so wasn't getting a line of sight. But besides that, it's, I mean, we can pretty much full AFK it. You see that Orc Warlord didn't pop his bubble till really late. I guess that is a downside, is you're not getting that upfront damage unless, well, RNG is deciding it. If you get the bounces, then you're fine. If not, then you're just not going to be getting that upfront damage. See, this cannon ogre should just get shredded because, yeah, it's got full line of sight. It's dead already. The Drakenlord will be no problem. We do have a siege roller. Siege roller's coming out nice and slow over here, so we'll have to go in and give that siege roller a little attention. I'm curious if that Drakenlord has taken many shots yet. I don't want to shoot him. Yeah, you can see him taking shots. A couple of shots went off right there anyway. Go ahead and just take care of this siege roller here. Yeah, okay. The Drakenlord had gotten beat down just a little bit. He's coming up into line of sight now, and yeah, just instant popped as soon as he gets line of sight going there. I think everybody knows how good Nether Archers are for flyers, but this lane, the flyers come out really dense, and it just is another great example too of how good Nether Archers are just in total, but also how diverse. If you needed to use a Nether Archer as an anti-air defense, you definitely could, without a doubt. Watch these flyers just get hammered. Yeah, it just ping-pongs back and forth between all of them. Just absolutely incredible. But there we go, y'all. The Nether Archers against the Coral Reef Town. Just such a really, really good defense throughout the game. You can use Nether Archers damn near everywhere. But Coral Reef Town is definitely a good spot for them and really showcases their incredible ability to bounce around and be awesome. But that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton for watching, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.